In Afghanistan, a group of soldiers is going to fix a stuck convoy. The combat engineer gets out of the vehicle and shouts, asking who caused the mess that messed up his day. The squad leader moves up and says he did it. It soon shows that they are really brothers. Then he teaches his little brother about science rules, especially about energy. He explains that energy can't be made or lost. It has to go somewhere else. By adding stop leak to the convoy trucks, they block the vents, which makes the heat rise until the radiator breaks. Then, he jokingly tells his brother that it must have been his clever idea to put stop leak in the truck. His brother sighs and says that this isn't what he really wants to do. He reminds his brother that they always dreamed of being chosen for RASP. Even showing the matching tattoos, they got that say, "Don't quit." But the older brother laughs it off, saying he's already too old and the program is really tough. After a while, he gets his brother to agree, but just then, the Taliban suddenly attacks the convoys. In the fierce battle that happens next, nearly all the soldiers are killed. With his hurt knee, he pulls himself toward his brother. 2 years later, he is on a bus going to the Army Ranger training camp in Colorado. The staff tells the candidates to go to the induction hall and give up all their personal items. From now on, they are told they don't have names anymore, just numbers. One of the sergeants sees that one candidate is a technical sergeant in the Air Force and says he will be made the team leader. The candidate understands this and receives the number 7. But he says no to the offer. He has been given the number 81. Sergeant Major Sheridan then speaks to the candidates. He says that Army Rangers are the first soldiers sent into action for the United States Army. RASP is a very hard program that tests candidates for 8 tough weeks, challenging them mentally, emotionally, and physically. Only the ones who make it to the last stage will go through the tough 24-hour death march, which they complete by crossing the finish line. After that, they can earn the sought-after Ranger Scroll. This marks the start of the program. In the first week, a number of candidates are removed. The next 3 weeks will have tough obstacle courses and tiring exercises. If anyone doesn't meet the requirements, they will be removed from the program right away. There are just 4 weeks left now. During one of the long walks, 15 tells the others that if they join the group, they will learn secret information like about Area 51 and hidden facts about the moon landing. The other candidates just laugh at the idea. At the same time, 81 goes off by himself, finishes his lap quietly, and then comes back. Another week goes by. In rifle training, a sergeant asks how many of the candidates have actually been in combat. The sergeant teases him, saying he wanted to know about going to the battlefield, not about using the bathroom. After asking some other people and not getting a good answer, the sergeant turns to 81. Everyone looks at him. Later, at lunch, 44 tells everyone that 81 was fixing a stuck convoy when the Taliban suddenly attacked and destroyed the whole unit. 60 says that 81 also got a silver star. At the same time, a news reporter on a nearby TV is saying that NASA found an object from outside our solar system. The object is expected to come close to Earth, but officials say there's no reason to worry. I can't believe that 81 got a silver star. 44 says he was the only one who survived and carried his brother almost 10 miles to a military base. Curious, 15 asks 81 if the story is real. A sergeant sees them talking and tells them it's not allowed. As punishment, he makes everyone do extra hill climbs. The next 2 weeks will start with harder training. In one training session, a leader asks the candidates why they are there. Most of them reply that they want to be part of a special group. But 81 gives a different result. He just says he wants to finish the race. That night, 7 saw 81 taking his medicine for PTSD. In the next challenge, the contestants have to walk underwater in the pool while carrying weights. Many of them come up to the surface too soon. As 81 fights underwater, he starts thinking about his younger brother. The memory drives him on. But soon, he passes out and is pulled out by 7 people. Sheridan tells First Sergeant Torres that he wants to talk to 81. 81 is watching the news. A reporter says that the asteroid found a month ago is now breaking apart. He is then invited in. Sheridan suggests to 81 that it might be a good idea for him to stop being part of the program. 81 insists that he hasn't missed any events. Torres says they are not worried about his physical strength, but are concerned about his thoughts and feelings. Torres says that the training officers told them that 81 Foot has not been sleeping well. Also, other candidates say he isn't getting along with them. Torres says he stays away from chances to be a team leader because he believes it shows someone is not a stable candidate. Sheridan speaks out and says that what he experienced is a lot for anyone to deal with. He explains that most people in his situation would have taken a break and gone to therapy. Instead, after the event in Afghanistan, he started applying for this program right after he was released. 81 softly says that he just wants to finish the race. Sheridan tells him that both he and Torres think he has a lot of potential. But he warns that if they take him out of the program now, he can never come back. He puts a form to quit in front of him. Sheridan tells him that he is an engineer. He should understand that even the strongest machine has its boundaries, and he has reached his. But 81 says no. In the end, only a few candidates, including 81, reach the last round. Torres then describes the last task, which will be a practice run. A secret plane has been shot down in enemy territory, and the Rangers' job is to find it and rescue anyone who might be trapped. They need to locate the crash site and destroy the plane so the enemy can't use it. 2 Black Hawk helicopters will drop them far inside enemy land. From there, they have to find their way through the mountains to get to the crashed plane. After that, their goal is to find the pilot, who is being kept as a prisoner in a nearby village. Torres says that their rifles will only shoot blank ammo, but the group in charge may surprise them at any moment during the mission. The team will get one VHF radio to send updates about their situation. Then, he says that 81 will be the team leader. Torres tells them they have 24 hours to save the pilot, get back to base, and cross the finish line. If they don't make it or get caught during an ambush, the mission will be a failure. Sheridan says that if they finish the race, they will get their Ranger Scrolls. The Death March mission is starting. The Black Hawk helicopters take the team to a remote area in the Rocky Mountains. After they land, the team gets together and goes into the woods. 57 looks at the map and tells the group that their destination is about 20 kilometers to the west. 81 sets the timer for 24 hours and asks if anyone has questions. Everyone is quiet. Then 7 stands up and tells the group they are all together for a purpose: to earn the Ranger Scrolls as a team. 81 smiles at 7, and they keep going on their journey. They go up a rocky mountain and get to the top. Soon, evening fades into night. 111 sends their updates to the team over the radio. 7 suggests that they take a quick break because the group might be hiding by the river to surprise them. 81 agrees and says they will rest for just 20 minutes. While the others are asleep, 81 keeps watch. 7 wants to ask a personal question, but 81 just says, no. The team thinks the leaders must have seen them stop and use the flares. 81 quickly tells everyone to keep moving. In the morning, they finally see the broken plane. 7 funny stories. The team put a lot of effort into the special effects. 81 warns that they are likely waiting to surprise them further up the river. He tells 111 to send another update on the situation. He quickly makes a plan. The demolition team will put explosives on the plane and set them off from a safe distance. The explosion will probably catch the group's attention. He puts 4 soldiers to watch from above, has 3 soldiers positioned downstream, and sends the rest of them upstream. Then 57 notices something unusual. The target location is around a few hundred meters away from where it should be, based on the briefing information. He also says that his compass has been behaving oddly. 1011 tells the team that he couldn't get a signal and only heard a weird noise. Still, the team goes on with the plan. As everyone gets ready, 81 sees a quick flash of light far away. He quietly tells 7 that he will go to investigate it. He goes further into the woods while the demolition team gets the explosives ready. A little later, 81 finds out what seems to be their true goal. But by that time, it's already too late. The team blows up the explosives. 81 runs back to alert the team. It didn't even make a mark. Suddenly, a weird machine with bright red lights comes up. It shines bright lights on their faces and then suddenly starts shooting, killing some soldiers. 81 quickly tells everyone to run. They run fast through the forest but soon come to a stop because there is nowhere to go. The machine fires a bomb that explodes close by, knocking the remaining soldiers down a steep hill and hurting them. For a short moment, 81 remembers Afghanistan, but he makes himself pay attention to what's happening now. He quickly goes to help 57, who is stuck on a tree branch. 109 is scared and thinks the wound looks really bad, but 81 tells him to calm down and concentrate. During the fall, 7 hurts his leg badly. The remaining soldiers are shocked by the strange machine that just took out half of their team. 81 asks if the demo team is still alive. 81 comes back quickly and tells them they need to leave because the machine can track them. He says that 111 is dead and the radio is broken. They attach a rope to the edge of the cliff and start going down one by one. After walking for a long time, the team finally takes a break. 15 thinks the machine's weapons are very advanced, possibly a secret experiment by DARPA. But 44 disagrees and says the Department of Defense wouldn't do such things to their own soldiers. Then, 44 tells him to stop with the conspiracy theories. 15 responds, asking why they were taken directly to the machine's spot. 81 says that he saw the actual crash site before. It was an old jet, just like 57 thoughts, but the coordinates were wrong. 81 explains that the machine makes a strong magnetic field, which is why the compasses stop working properly when it is close by. He tells the team to go to the village, which is 8 kilometers to the west. One member, 15, says there's no point since they don't have any communication, weapons, or flares. But 81 responds calmly that the only help nearby is with the group stationed in that village. About an hour later, they get to a river with strong water flow. 81 tells the team they need to use ropes to make a zip line over the river. He decides to go first to fasten the line on the other side before the rest of the team crosses. He tells 109 to watch the compass. He asks 44 to give him the rope and make it a bit loose because the water is pushing him strongly. 81 fights against the fast-moving water, and for a moment he goes underwater. Then, all of a sudden, he appears on the other side of the river. 81 fastens the rope, and soon the team puts up the zip line. At first, 7 and 15 start to cross it. But when it gets halfway, 7 gets stuck in the middle. 15 tries to fix the tangled line, but while doing so, he accidentally opens 7's safety strap. Noticing this, 81 quickly goes over to help. 44 quickly goes to help. Right at that moment, the machine suddenly shows up and starts shooting. The soldiers lose their footing and fall into the rushing river. The machine goes into the water and keeps attacking. 81's rope gets stuck on a rock, so he quickly cuts it to free himself. At that moment, the machine fires again, throwing him several meters away. 81 quickly tells everyone they have to go. They hike up the steep mountains and go further into the dense forest. Soon, 81 sees a flare that was probably put there by the groups. But when they get to the village they were looking for, they find that it is all burned down. Bullets and trash are scattered all around. 44 sees that the radio tower is broken, which is why they can't talk to anyone far away. They need to get back to their base with 7 people and tell everyone about the machine. The team is determined to start the truck, but the engine won't start. A moment later, the engine starts with a loud noise. They were able to get the truck out from between the rocks. Good job, Superman, you make the rest of us look bad. Suddenly, the machine shows up and starts firing bombs at them. The truck is speeding up 44 floors, pushing the vehicle to its limits. They load the bullets and start shooting at the machine, but no matter how many times they hit it, the machine doesn't get hurt at all. The truck gets badly damaged very fast. Then, the machine suddenly stops moving towards them and starts dropping a lot of bombs. 44 has a hard time managing the vehicle while explosions go off all around them. Quickly goes down the hill and starts attacking them again. The machine turns out to be way too strong. In the confusion, 81 also loses 7. Feeling hopeless, he takes a gun and shoots at the rocks, causing a small landslide that falls onto the machine. He yells for 44 to stop the truck, but when he looks, he sees that she's already dead. A short time later, the truck crashes and blows up. Don't give up. After a while, 81 wakes up and carefully walks over the uneven ground, seeing the bodies of his teammates who didn't survive. When he gets to the rocks, he realizes that the machine is missing a piece. Then he sees that missing piece in the distance talking to something in outer space. A little distance away, he sees 7 that are still alive. The machine starts coming toward them, so 81 pulls 7 to a safer place. Just then, it starts to rain heavily, making it even harder to climb. Tired and stressed, 81 cries out in pain and anger. Then his watch makes a beeping sound. The time to finish the mission is up. He starts to cry. 7 weakly speaks up and says to 81 that he recognized him as soon as he saw him on the bus. Years ago, he took air assault training with a loud private who was 81's brother. At that time, the brother couldn't stop talking about his dream of becoming an army ranger with 81 and the matching tattoo they both got. 81 asks why 7 didn't tell him before. 7 says he made an effort, but 81 didn't want to talk to him. 81 admits that if he could just reach the finish line for his brother, he might finally be able to sleep peacefully at night. 7 asks if he believes he let his brother down. 81 says he didn't just let his brother down. He feels like he let everyone around him down too. 7 reminds him that no matter what happened, he never stopped trying. The machine is getting closer to where they are. 81 asks how they can stop something like that. 7 asks him what his brother would do, and 81 quietly says he would probably use some stop leak and just hope it works. But the joke gives 81 an idea. He tells 7 to stay where he is and wait for him. 81 goes down into the quarry and walks into the building. Inside, he collects some explosives. Then, he discovers the controls for a big stone crusher and turns it on. At the same time, the machine gets to 7. Right before it attacks, 81 makes a loud noise to get noticed. The machine then turns and starts to move towards the building instead. As it checks the building, the explosives set by 81 go off. 81 quickly gets into a bulldozer and crashes it into another machine, trapping it against the mountain. As the stone crusher works, rocks fall down and block its vents, making it overheat and break down. He jumps out of the car just moments before it blows up. The next morning, 81 helps 7 all the way back to the base and finally reaches the finish line. Sheridan and Torres watch quietly in shock. 81 sees the broken parts of the machine being taken away by the helicopter. Sheridan gets out and asks if he is the last person left to be considered. 81 nods seriously. Sheridan says sorry for not getting to them faster. He explains that the machines have already destroyed most of their bases, and this is the only one they have managed to protect. 81 asks, "How many are there?" Sheridan replies sadly, "They're everywhere." He says they stopped the first wave, but their information shows that a much bigger global invasion is being planned. A news report quickly reveals the scary reality. NASA announced that the asteroid broke into many small parts spread all over the world. Each part turned into a dangerous machine that is attacking both regular people and military bases. Satellite pictures show that more groups are coming closer to Earth. Governments everywhere are working together to protect the Earth. Sheridan asks 81 how he was able to destroy the machine without using any real weapons. 81 makes Sheridan think of something he said before. Every machine has a limit. He explains that if you block the main air outlet of the machine, it can get too hot and break down. He tells 81 that this information could help many people. Then 81 agrees that Sheridan was correct about him before. He wasn't prepared. Sheridan immediately gives him a promotion, saying that he is now in that position. He says his brother would be happy with him. Sheridan then gathers the Rangers and tells them that they are the main team for Operation Global Shield, which has just started. They will be taken to the edge of the city, and their job is to help people leave and make room for heavy weapons. Sheridan sees 81 and steps up to talk to the Rangers. He tells them that even if they are hurt or tired, they should never give up. A little while later, the Rangers get on the Black Hawk helicopters. The movie ends here. Please, my family, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.